Hello and welcome to the 5-day dual fuel experience with It's Keto OS. My name is Brendan Curry and I'm super excited to tell you all about a product that I'm so passionate about that is taking the US by storm and that has just been launched in Australia. Who would love to have a new and exciting experience for the next 5 days that is different to your previous 5 days? I bet most of you, right? Which is probably why you're here, because you need a change in direction. I know personally, I needed to shift something, my mental focus, my stamina, and my overall well-being. Let me get into that in a minute. A little bit about myself first. So I used to play professional rugby league for the Roosters many years ago, only for a short period of time. That's on the top left there. And then I moved to Coffs Harbour, and so I hung up the boots and started cycling. That's over the Bellingen River. And then that's the bottom picture is of me down in Adelaide watching the tour down under, or looking at the hills over Adelaide in that particular shot. So would you agree that you would love to have more energy during the day? Would you also agree that it would be great to lose those unwanted fat stores? Would you agree that it would be great to have better mental clarity and focus during intense exercise and during your day-to-day work or activities? Well, you will probably also agree that having better sleep is also beneficial. Well, let me take you on a little journey. About 4 months ago, my brother-in-law said to me, "Hey, would you like to try this new ketone supplement I've been trying?" I said, "Oh, I'm not sure. You know, I've heard about all this stuff before about fat loss." He said, "Look, it's all natural ingredients. Just try it out and see what you think." Okay, I have a big ride tomorrow, so I'll try it on that. So I did. I got my pack at home and I said to my wife, "Hey, look, your brother gave me this ketone supplement to try out and I have that ride tomorrow, so I'll try it on that beforehand." Yeah, apparently it's meant to put my body into a state of ketosis within 30 minutes, you know, which will give me more energy over a longer period of time, better mental focus and clarity without having to do a ketogenic diet. So the next morning, the alarm goes off at 4:10 a.m. so I can get my bike ready for our 136-kilometre ride west of Coffs Harbour through quite mountainous but picturesque scenery. So half an hour before the ride starts, I get my green shaker bottle and get my orange Keto OS charged sachet, tear it open, pour it in the bottle, add some water, shake it up a little, and I mean a little, as I was very surprised at how soluble it was. So I downed the drink and I thought, well, that tasted pretty good. I finished getting myself ready, you know, spare tubes, CO2 canister, have a stretch, and I head out to meet some other crazy friends at 5 a.m. in the morning for our ride. About 1 hour into the ride, we come to our first climb, as indicated by the red arrow there on the screen. It's about a 12-kilometre steady ascent to about 600 metres above sea level. As we have a long morning ahead, we took it pretty easy for the first couple of kilometres. But as we kept riding, I started noticing how clear my mind was and how good I was feeling physically. So I just started to up my pace a little as my legs felt awesome, no soreness at all. I started dropping my mates one by one. Not that I meant to, I was just comfortable with the pace I was riding at. About halfway up the climb, a friend of mine rode over and said, "What are you doing, Brendo? What's going on?" And I said, "Oh, nothing. I'm just happy with the pace that I'm setting. you know, all cool up here, you know, and I'm 92 kilos. So it was a bit unusual for me to be leading the way on a climb like that. Most of the guys I ride with are in their 70s and some are even in the 60 kilo range. I get to the top of the first climb and I was astounded with how good that climb just felt. For the remainder of the ride, I noticed that my appetite was not excessive and I didn't need as much food as I normally would on a ride like that. So this is a screenshot from my ride with the elevation gains and my times in various segments with a few personal best times in there. I get home about 11 a.m., so 6 hours later, and there is no time for rest in my house. My son and daughter both said, "Oh, great, Dad's home. What do you want to do, Dad? Do you want to go to the beach? Do you want to play Nerf guns? Do you want to play soccer or water balloon fights?" I was thinking sitting down would be nice, but we ended up doing water balloon fights, which wasn't so bad as I needed a good hose down. And as I'm playing, I'm thinking, my legs aren't even sore. I was amazed at how quickly my muscles recovered from such an arduous ride. And at that point, I said to myself, that stuff is good. This is a picture of Phil having a chat to one of the horses on the ride. So I'm just letting you know, it was quite mountainous and picturesque scenery, trying to take you on the journey there with us. So what is ketosis and what are ketones? Ketosis is a normal metabolic process. When the body does not have enough glucose for energy, it burns stored fats instead. This results in a buildup of acids called ketones within the body. So what are ketones? Ketones are a byproduct of fatty acid metabolism. When we eat things high in saturated fat, such as oils, nuts, seeds, avocados, our body breaks those down into ketones, and the body has three different types of ketones: beta-hydroxybutyrate, acetoacetate, and their spontaneous breakdown product, acetone. Now, beta-hydroxybutyrate is the ketone body found in all Prove-It products except for the keto cream. Now, this is because beta-hydroxybutyrate is the most readily available ketone in the body. Now, when we eat carbohydrate, such as grains, fruits, and baked goods, it is broken down into glucose. Our body has two fuel sources. It can run on glucose or on ketones. In the past, in order for our bodies to run on ketones, we would have to do a ketogenic diet, and it would take our body several days to get into a state of ketosis, which means an elevated level of ketones in the blood, which means our body is using fat for fuel. Now, Prove-It has been able to make an exogenous ketone, exogenous meaning from outside the body. So I can be in a state of using glucose for fuel, and I can drink my KETO OS, and approximately 20 to 30 minutes later, my body will be using ketones for fuel. So why is that good? Big deal, right? Well, why are ketones good? They are a great source of fuel for the body as they feed the body at the cellular level. They cross the blood-brain barrier, so there is no insulin required. As the brain degenerates, as we get older, it is hard to metabolize glucose. The brain functions a lot easier on ketones. Studies have shown that ketones can help with diseases such as Parkinson's, epilepsy, and multiple sclerosis. Now, if you Google ketones, epilepsy, Parkinson's, and multiple sclerosis, you will see many studies on there about its effects. So you will start to see things such as better memory, better sleep, better focus, and better moods. Prove It products can now coexist with glucose in the body. Keto OS and Prove It products will help with fat loss, not weight loss. They are muscle preserving and protecting, and muscle weighs more than fat. So this is a common fat loss formula out there, which is better choices, as in food choices, eat less sugar, burn more calories, eat less calories, and preserve and protect muscle. So this can be difficult for a lot of people. We all have very busy lives. We like to go on holidays, etc. This is where the Prove It products come into play. Let's have a look at better choices. So with Keto OS, ketones are a natural appetite suppression. We have controlled appetite with Keto OS. Eat less sugar. Ketones don't require insulin to enter the cell to create cellular energy, which is great for diabetes management. Insulin will have to turn carbs or glucose into energy. Ketones don't need insulin. Let's have a look at burn more calories. So, which is energy and focus. So ketones use less oxygen to create more ATP, or adenosine triphosphate, which is cellular energy, than glucose. So the ketones act like a fourth macronutrient: fats, carbs, protein, and ketones. So athletes who use this product will say, I completed my routine, it just wasn't as difficult. Eat less calories. It is a lot easier to eat less when you're not hungry. With glucose, you get the spike and then the crash, and the spike and the crash, and hungry, etc. But with Prove It and Keto OS, you don't get the spike and the crash. You get appetite control, not hungry, not hungry, not hungry, and then no spike, just hungry. So preserve and protect muscle. A lot of weight loss companies and challenges that say lose 10 kilos in 20 days or 30 days, whatever it might be. So drink a shake every morning, and the shakes usually have sugar in it or artificial sweeteners. And they will say, if you want to lose weight faster, have a shake or brekkie and lunch. The problem with that is what happens when you get the spike and the crash mid-morning. What is preserving and protecting my muscles? So you are now hungry, you have no energy, and you are now in a catabolic state, which means muscle breakdown and protein breakdown. You can Google ketones and protein sparing, ketones sports performance, and you will find peer-reviewed articles on this. Ketones and brain function. The brain is made mostly of fatty tissue. So in the event of low blood glucose, most other tissues have additional energy sources besides ketone bodies, but the brain does not. The presence of ketones also increases. During metabolic stress, ketones serve as an alternative energy source to maintain normal brain cell metabolism. The presence of ketones increases the number of mitochondria in brain cells. Now, it has been shown that during intense physical exercise, that with the presence of ketones, the brain can function better, helping you to focus on your goal. Better mental focus during intense physical exercise. This is a study that I found from the European Journal of Sports Science called Rethinking Fat as a Fuel for Endurance Exercise. And here's a little paragraph from it which says, whereas prolonged intense exercise, when one is dependent upon glucose, glycogen progressively depletes fuel reserves available to sustain the brain. The keto-adapted athlete may benefit from the opposite effect as endurance exercise progresses. Unlike the blood glucose concentration, the blood ketone concentration does not decline, but tends to rise somewhat, ensuring a stable supply of fuels to the brain. Consistent with this improved cerebral fuel delivery, ultra-endurance athletes frequently report that mental clarity is maintained better during prolonged exercise in the keto-adapted state. This is in stark contrast to the problems of central fatigue and hitting the wall that commonly occur in athletes who follow a high carbohydrate fueling strategy, and to which a progressive hypoglycemia that develops during prolonged exercise may contribute to fatigue. While ingesting carbohydrate during exercise may delay these fuel flow problems in athletes consuming high carbohydrate diets, it does not always prevent them. Very interesting read that was. So, as a population, we all love the carbs that are so abundant. We don't eat enough good fats like avocados, fish, bacon and nuts, and we may not have enough fruit and veg. So we will never go into a state of ketosis naturally unless we follow an extremely strict ketogenic diet. And even then, it takes weeks to get there. Now, it will be hard for people to give up pizza, breads, and beer. Well, you don't have to. Keto OS will safely allow your body to go into a state of ketosis and burn fat without having to restrict your diet. Now, of course, following a clean eating diet would absolutely boost your results, but you don't have to change your diet for this product to provide results. Prove It Keto OS was launched in September of 2015, the OS being Ketone Operating System. The public response so far has been over 3.5 million experiences. It is a revolutionary drink mix based on a proprietary ketone energy technology. It delivers advanced macronutritionals and promotes optimized cellular regeneration, energy, and longevity. It is a patented formula, and you will be in ketosis in approximately 30 minutes. It is the first natural consumer product to provide elevated blood ketone levels, which equals high energy fuel, as ketones produce 38% more energy than glucose. Let's go through the different keto products. So the Orange Dream comes in charged or uncharged, so caffeinated or uncaffeinated. The ingredients: beta-hydroxybutyrate, MCT powder, or otherwise known as medium-chain triglycerides. Can be taken with or without food. Comes in a can or a tub and the sachets. The Chocolate Swirl 3.0 also comes in caffeinated or uncaffeinated. It has added ketogenic amino acids and short-chain fatty acids, which use the same transporters as ketones, so you're getting the same quick uptake into your system. Ingredients: beta-hydroxybutyrate and the amino acid blend. The Biomax Maui Punch flavor, caffeinated or uncaffeinated. This is the most advanced ketone delivery drink. Beta-hydroxybutyrate, the ingredient, plus other amino acids in there. So beta-hydroxybutyrate being the main ingredient there. And we also have the Keto Cream. It is a fast energy keto cream which uses the shortest medium chain triglycerides, which easily convert into ketone energy which can be used by the brain faster than other fats or oils. Rapidly metabolizes into ketones, balances yeast in the gut, assists with blood glucose, and limits the conversion of sugars to fat. Does not increase cholesterol. It is quickly and easily absorbed. Now, here is a testimonial from a friend of mine. Now, he said, I used the cream in my coffee this morning, mate. What a rush. Then went out and rode and had energy up the yin yang. I reckon it will be good. Now, that's his little post on Facebook down the bottom there as well. To all my cycling friends who want to have that extra edge, give this a try. It's like an endless supply of energy. It really does make a difference. Now, this is a lady called Sarah May Kemp from Perth in WA, which sent a message to prove it about her keto experience. For the past 5 years, I've been using the excuse for being overweight, where I was a 46-year-old mum to 2 kids, 5 and 1. I received my first box of keto last week, opened it up, made the shake and downed it. Within a couple of hours, I called Yvette and said, I'm not sure how I can explain this sensation, but my mind and body have become in sync. I've not drank any wine nor any alcohol for 10 days. In fact, I'm not even craving it, nor ice cream. Last year, I tried Ginny Craig and lost 11 kilos and was hungry nearly all the time. Plus, I was sometimes eating both my snacks at the one time. I felt awful, even though I was losing weight. With Keto OS, I'm not craving. I'm not having 2 to 3 coffees each morning. I have total clarity of thought and am finding that I'm not reaching for that 2 to 3 p.m. coffee or needing a nap if my little ones wake me during the night. I'm sleeping better and feeling better for not drinking. All I can say is that I've lost 5.5 kilos in 8 days without trying. Plus, I'm no longer staring at the fridge and pantry. I feel on top of the world. I look forward to waking up with clarity of thought. And the big one is that my morning anxiety has disappeared. I just wish that I'd not procrastinated and started the Keto OS sooner. I actually feel as though I've woken up and started living my life again. Much love and eternal thanks, Yvette. So that was a beautiful message from Sarah about her experience. So let's go back over it. Prove it. Keto OS will give you fat loss, muscle preservation, fast and sustained energy. It reduces brain fog, delivers increased focus, gives you appetite suppression, strength gain, a better mood, better sleep, better digestion, clear skin. So how to buy the Keto OS products. A 5-day experience pack is $55, which includes 1 by Max, 2 by Chocolate Swirl, 2 by Orange Dream, and a bonus keto cream. But today, when you buy 4 by 5-day experiences, you will receive 1 by 5-day experience free. That is $275 value for $220. So this is a great way to get some friends involved so you can share your experiences with each other. All you have to do is go to luminouslifestyles.com/product/5-day-X, and you will be able to purchase the 4 by 5-day experiences. So I'll say this again. This is a great way to get your friends involved so you can all do the 5-day trial together. So go to luminouslifestyles.com/product/5-day-X to grab your product. When you purchase your 4 by 5-day experience pack, and because you are going to love Keto OS and all the Prove It products so much, you will also receive a link to my second webinar, which will go through in detail how you too can become a promoter of Prove It to purchase products at super rates, and also so you too can share the love to all your friends, just as I have done. Thank you for making a change, and I absolutely believe you will love the journey you're about to take. See you on the next webinar.